Same day, 9:30 p.m. Terrorists? Indeed, I'm afraid we have no choice but to define them as such. Unfortunately, we have no clue as to their aim, nor do we know the names of the group's members, its size, or its history. At present, it doesn't even seem that the terrorist group has established a name for itself. That's a lot of unknowns. Would I be correct in assuming the man we met in the North Highlands who was trying to start a war is a member? So he's one of them, huh? He said his name was Gideon or G or something like that. So that's what that man you encountered in the Highlands was up to. He does sound like the terrorist type. And you think he and his group are going to try something tomorrow on the first day of the summer festival? We're currently operating under that assumption, yes. The summer festival lasts 3 days, but unlike festivals in other provinces, only the first day garners much attention. It's been a month since the incident in Nord. If they intend to make their next move soon, tomorrow is a likely time. I'd have to agree. Terrorists do love their time in the spotlight after all. And considering how easily Gideon gave you his name, I'm betting we'll start to see them acting more openly soon. First, you gather arms and other like-minded allies in secret. Then you reveal yourself with a bang and keep going in quick succession. That's the typical terrorist MO. I see. And you want us to assist with countermeasures against them? Right. The RMP will be joining forces with the Vandals military police to bolster the capital's security. Unfortunately, as big as the capital is, I can't say with complete confidence that there'll be no holes in our security. That's where you come in. You'll be assisting our security measures as a reserve force. It'd be sure nice if the guild was still active here. They would have come in mighty handy right about now. Yes, I don't disagree. Sarah, you do know that the RMP had no involvement in the guild's withdrawal from the capital, right? Oh, really? I mean, your boss and that brother of yours could hardly make their opposition to the guild more obvious if they tried. Well... Wow, these two really seem to have a messy history between them. It sure looks that way. Although, it sounds like your brother has been keeping busy in Crossbow recently. Wait, who's her brother again? So, what's it gonna be? Whether you choose this as your field study task for tomorrow is totally up to you. If you decline, there are plenty of tasks the governor needs taken care of, like you've been doing the last 2 days. The summer festival is a busy time after all, lots of little details that need to be squared away. I think I speak for Group A when I say we'd be glad to join in with the anti-terrorist countermeasures. Group B feels the same. Alright then. Thank you for your assistance, everyone. Now let's move right along to confirming the patrol routes you'll be following. Same day, 11 p.m. Wow, this place sure brings back memories. Up until about 1.5 years ago, I'd swing by here at least once a week. Really? I wouldn't be surprised if I'd seen you around before then. Well, I did end up getting to know your sister. Fiona, right? Works as a piano teacher. Seriously? Wait, she did say she knew someone who worked at a guild. I guess she was talking about the instructor. Still, instructor, what is it that caused the guild to withdraw from the capital? I've been wondering that for a while now myself. The guild used to be pretty active here in Erebonia, right? Well, yeah. The direct cause was guild branches all over the country being blown up. But I'm sure you already known that. Blow up? The culprits were a Jäger Corps, hired by a nasty bunch the guild was at odds with at the time. Well, still is, but anyway. Thanks to a dependable ally, we were able to defeat the Jägers, but by then, the Imperial government had its eye on us. They started making life difficult for us, took away most of the guild's authority in the country, leaving our hands tied. Eventually, the branches here started closing one by one with no real prospect of ever reopening. So that's how it was. Instructor. Don't worry, your dad might be the city's governor, but he wasn't really involved. A certain friend of his, however, was very involved. A friend? You're talking about Chancellor Gileath Osborne, representative of the Imperial government, I assume. Yep, him and his cronies in the Imperial Intelligence Division. It's kind of like a sister organization to the Railway Military Police. Anyway, after that, I was out of a job. That's when Principal Van Dyke came and offered me a position at the academy. I started as a combat instructor last spring, and after that I wound up being chosen as your class homeroom teacher. I still help out the guild from time to time though. That's how I ended up bringing in our Jäger princess here. Knock it off. So that's what happened. You mentioned that a Jäger Corps was responsible for the attacks. What was its name? Oh, it wasn't the same group Fee used to run with. They were called Jester. Not a particularly high-ranking outfit. I see. Worried about me? Well, I did suspect that it was likely a different corps. From the sound of it, the Jäger Corps Fee belonged to was a pretty large one, though. Oh, definitely. She was with Zephyr. Their leader was this insidious guy known as the Jäger King. You name a combat specialty, Zephyr had it covered. They were the only corps on par with the Red Constellation, which has its roots in the Berserkers of the Middle Ages. They caused me plenty of trouble back when I was still a full-time bracer. Look who's talking, you caused us plenty of trouble yourself. It's hard to believe this all happened to people we actually know. Yeah, it sounds more like a story out of some novel. Anyway, the terrorists you've been hearing about lately aren't part of any Jäger Corps. I figured that was the case. Generally, Jägers are interested in just two things, money and fighting. That Gideon guy you encountered doesn't seem to fit that description, though. If I had to guess, I'd say he's acting on some kind of deep-seated grudge. A grudge, huh? Well, it's hard to say anything for sure. I never met him myself. From what I understand, he did seem particularly tenacious. He was definitely that, which means we're really going to have to step it up for our patrol tomorrow. Your involvement is just a precautionary step, but if you're going to help, give it your best, I'd say. Seems like your teamwork is smoother than ever too, so all the better. Anyway, it's late, so get your report written and get some sleep. I'm gonna crash in one of the empty rooms upstairs. La la la. The instructor never changes, does she? You sure? She seemed more talkative than usual. Feels like she was pushing herself. Now that you mention it, She did seem far more forthcoming with information than usual. Maybe she's feeling a bit weird being back in her old workplace? You might be right. Still, I guess we're not really in any position to be worrying about her. We just have to do our best to coordinate with Group B tomorrow to make sure everything goes smoothly. Agreed. Alright, the sooner we get that report written, the sooner we can get some sleep.
Otto! ランクアップしたわね。ご褒美をあげなきゃね。
Wind bell.
この調子で頑張りなさい。
Next day, 1 a.m. Do we see the terrorist group now?
「時は至った」「今こそ我らが鉄槌を持って赤き都の眠りを覚ます時だ」
Wait, isn't this Gideon? Yeah, this crowd? All workers. Comrade G, of all of the necessary preparations are complete. But it feels like you have so few men accompanying you. Wouldn't it be wise to call in a few others for backup?
何？心配は無用だ。この笛さえあれば、鉄道憲兵隊も恐れるに足りん。明日はとうとう我々の名前を世間に知らしめる時。
What is even your name?
頼もしき同志たちよ、力を尽くしてくれたまえ。
Yeah! Day of the Summer Festival. Alright, I'm going to go check on Group B before heading over to the Railway Military Police's command post. Just give me a call on your Arcus if you find anything during your patrols. Okay. Will do, Instructor. Leave it to us. Still, I was expecting Captain Claire to be our point of contact. Yeah, I wasn't expecting you to agree to cooperate with the RMP. I'm not exactly delighted about working with them, but things are looking pretty serious. I'm helping them this once and acting as your point of contact, but I won't let them forget for a minute that they owe me. Anyway, I'll see you all later. Tell Fiona thanks for the breakfast. Sure thing. Alright, we should get moving too. We've got our designated area, so we'll be patrolling them one by one, keeping an eye out. Instructor Sarah said she'd contact us around noon too. Let's be off then. Yeah, I'm guessing the city is gonna be packed with people since it's the first day of the summer festival. That's all the more reason we need to stay especially vigilant. Alright, we're going on patrol. But where exactly are we going? Oh, there's something here already. Oh, lots of summer festival decorations, I see. Hello? Who are you? Oh, what's wrong, Milton? Oh, hi, Elliot. There's a pretty interesting rumor floating around at the moment about someone just vanishing all of a sudden. Did you say vanishing? Do you know any more details? Oh, caught your interest, I see. I don't know. This is some good stuff. It might even be too juicy to share. Speak up, or we'll force it out of you. Right, okay, I get it, dang. You two are scary. So yeah, like I said, someone from one of the apartments around here just straight up vanished. The caretaker came by to check on them this morning and found the room as empty as if no one had ever lived there. The only thing left in there was the key to the room. That's quite the curious situation. Yeah, especially since they disappeared without even telling anyone. I've never heard of anyone leaving town during the summer festival either. Maybe they had a reason they had to move out so quickly. Do you think this might be related to the terrorists in some way? It sounds like kind of a stretch. What there? You guys seem like you've got some good material. What's this about tearing wrists? Come on, fill me in! Don't worry, it's nothing important. There does seem to be some substance behind this rumor, though. Agreed. I think we'd do well to keep this story in mind. That's all there is to investigate on Alto Street. We should move on. Okay. What? Some person vanished? It isn't much, but please take this. Here's the rest of the year treating us well. Oh my, thank you ever so much. I'll be hoping for the same. Thanks to that, we managed to finish all of our decorating really fast. Even my superiors couldn't stop praising him. I wish he wouldn't drag me around town to talk to all his friends though. Okay. Where do I go next? I guess I'll just go from top to bottom, maybe? Some rumors floating about here in the department store. Wow. Who's got some juicy tea for me? In the cafe. Spill the tea. Oh wait, hey, it's a bandana, senpai.
やっぱ近頃の俺は冴えてるぜ。こりゃ特賞はいただきだな。
Grand prize? Crow? Hey guys. How's that field study coming along? Oh, it's going fine. But why are you here? Oh, you don't know. Classes don't run back at the academy during the summer festival. So I came here to squeeze as much fun as possible out of this fortuitous bit of free time. Meaning... the summer races, of course. Wait, you came all the way here to bet money on horse racing? We're minors, we're not allowed to place bets. Do I look like a lawbreaker to you? There's a magazine that's running a prize contest for the summer races. You send in your predictions, and if you're spot on, you win a really fancy prize. Isn't this the same exactly same thing as betting? I don't know. So you came all the way to the capital just to check on that? If only we all had such boundless energy. Alright, time for some serious praying to the goddess. I'll leave the money here, okay? Thank you very much. Come back anytime. Anyway, I'm heading over to the cathedral over in Sanct District. Peace! Thanks. Come on, goddess, let me win that prize! That seems a rather pedestrian thing to pray for. So irresponsible. That's crow for you. Looks like there are still places here we haven't explored. Let's go look. That's a rumor? Okay. Crow is here. Our school is closed on the days of the summer festival in the capital. Or in the province. Or both. That would mean like 6 days no school, right? Oh. What's wrong? Suspicious looking person going around the corner. Did you notice something? I thought I sensed someone suspicious. Do you think it was one of the terrorists? We can't typically depend on Fee's instincts at times like these. Might have been my imagination. Lots of people excited for the festival here. Could have been one of them. Either way, that's something we should note in our report. Like Laura said, your instincts tend to be accurate. Yeah, agreed. That's all there is to investigate. Time to move on. Okay. So next would be Garnier District. Something in the hotel. Der Himmel. The heaven. Oh my! Aren't you the Military Academy students from the other day? The opera singer? So we meet again? Did you come all the way here just to see me? Oh, we still need your autograph, right? Miss Clotilde. I didn't think we'd get another chance to meet you. Hello again. Actually, we're here as part of our field study again. We're doing a patrol of the city. Oh, isn't that a shame? But I'm glad to see you're all working so hard. I see the two of you were able to make peace too. I'm surprised. How could you notice such a small change when you only met us once 2 days ago? Oh, was I right? I just had a feeling that might be the case. Call it a woman's intuition. Anyway, have you noticed any significant changes here since we last talked? Well, thanks to you all taking care of that beast, I've been able to truly relax during my stay. I've slept wonderfully these past couple nights. But now that you mention it, I did notice a suspicious-looking group of people near the hotel last night. You did? There were 2 of them talking in a back alley near here, hats pulled tightly over their heads. When they noticed me trying to sneak a peek, they panicked and vanished into the night. I did overhear them talking about some plan, though. A plan? That does sound rather suspicious, although we don't know enough to say for certain. Yeah, it does sound like something we should keep in mind. Thank you for your help. I'm happy to have been of service. Still, I'd love to stay here and talk for a while, but I'm afraid my schedule is a little booked up at the moment. Are you busy doing something for the festival? Yes, I was invited by a member of the imperial family to sing at a banquet being held at the palace tonight. I was actually on my way to rehearse for it. I see. I wish I could go and watch, but I doubt there's any chance of that. Obviously. Well, good luck. We wish you all the best. The same to you. Anyway, goodbye for now. That's a pro for you. Even when you wish her luck, you are the one who ends up feeling encouraged. Indeed, she never ceases to surprise. That's all there is to investigate here. Time to move on. I feel a lot of people here are saying the word anyway a lot. Anyway. Let's move on to another district, Ost district. The pub? No, there's nothing in the pub. In front of the underground tunnel? No decorations here, I see. Oh, this thing? A little bit of a decoration. And here's the entrance to the underground waterway. What would something like this be doing in a residential area? Especially with all the monsters in it. That's just Heimdallr. They find entrances to underground areas from time to time, but it's not much cause for concern. Everyone's smart enough to know that they shouldn't get near them. That puts me at ease. Nonetheless, everything seems to be in order here. Huh? What's wrong, Fee? Did you notice something? Nothing. Chances are nobody's in there right now. Nice to know. What? Problem is, the footprints we left when we came out of here yesterday are gone. Huh? And what does that mean? It's likely that someone went in there yesterday after we all came out. Then they erased any evidence that would suggest they had, erasing our footprints in the process. Sounds about right. Are you certain you're not overanalyzing this? Not completely. It doesn't hurt to keep in the back of our minds at the very least. That's all there is to investigate here. Oh my god, don't tell me I need to make a conclusion at the end where I need to remember everything that we investigated. Okay, so someone went in there yesterday. The Drykel's Plaza. Looking as magnificent as ever.
しかし昨日よりも随分人手が多いな。
皇族の方々のパレード目当てだろうね。
There's gonna be a parade? And the imperial family is gonna be on the parade? The palace sure looks festive today. The imperial family's parade starts here, doesn't it? It's pretty nuts. Yeah, they've even got special security arrangements for the event. I've heard that the limousines they'll be using have high quality shielding to stop bullets and explosives too. I guess you can't be too careful with the members of the imperial family. I've heard much about the skill of those in the Imperial Guard too. Seeing them in person, it appears those stories were all true. They should be able to handle any crisis that may unfold here. Yeah, I think we can rest easy. That's all there is to investigate here. Okay, there was nothing. This was nothing. The park. Oh wow, yeah, beautiful. There are green flags here as well. This area appears to be appropriately well guarded. The soldiers patrolling the park appear to be from the Heimdallr military police. It looks like the Imperial Guard from Valflame Palace is in charge of security for the Crystal Garden itself though. I imagine security is going to be airtight considering the garden party is going to be held there. Yeah, especially with Princess Alphen in attendance. This level of security is probably standard when it comes to members of the Imperial family. Huh, I thought I smelled something familiar. What the? Who? Oh god! Patrick! Hey, isn't that? Oh, Patrick, you're here too? But of course, I did receive a personal invitation to the garden party after all. I see you're all tied up with your field studies or whatever you call them even on such a fine day. You poor souls. It really does get under my skin. I've gotten used to it already. Are you alone today? I was under the impression that your butler Celestin always attends you, but I don't see him today. It is true, he's often at my side, but I spend plenty of time on my own as well. Don't take me for one of those useless nobles who can hardly lace his boots without his butler's help. I've always got the impression his butler was there more to keep an eye on him. Did you say something? Me? Of course not, haha. Well, if you wouldn't want to get in your way, I wouldn't want to get in your way. I'm sure they have you running all kinds of menial errands. Meanwhile, I had to introduce myself to Princess Alfin. Try not to be too jealous now. No, if you'll excuse me. Oh, we already met her. You're a day too late. I can't say I'm all that jealous considering all the time we spent talking with her yesterday. She even invited Rean to be her dance partner. After seeing that, I can't even bring myself to be irritated by him anymore. Well, the security in this area seems perfect, so it should be relatively safe. Yeah, I think it's time to move on. Are you sure it's perfect? Is there something bothering you? I feel like we're forgetting something. Now that you mention it. Oh well, maybe it'll come back to us later. What do you mean? You're forgetting something? There's also an entrance here to the underground tunnels and stuff. Let's stay away from here so we don't bother security. The pavilion, right? Over there, it's completely unguarded. The port. Maybe we can find some evidence of the meeting that took place yesterday evening. What in idea's name are we supposed to do now? You're telling me young folks these days can't count on any of them. Is there some kind of problem? Oh, you're those students from yesterday. As a matter of fact, we do have a bit of a problem on our hands right now. What kind of problem? Well, it's nothing you'd need to worry about, but last night a bunch of our younger workers up and quit, just like that. Most of them hadn't been here more than half a year. They just started getting really used to the work too. Now thanks to that, our schedule's been thrown all out of whack. That is a significant problem. Is there anything we might be able to lend a hand with? No, this one's all on us. We should be able to fix our own problems after all. If they were gonna quit, they could have at least stuck around long enough to train their replacements. I bet they got all caught up in the festival hoopla and just decided to cut out of work altogether. Is it too much to ask for a few hands who appreciate a good day's work? Something about this sounds kind of fishy. I get that people would be all excited about the festival, but enough to quit their jobs? The timing does seem suspicious. Yeah, let's keep this in the back of our minds for now. We've patrolled each of the areas assigned to us at least once. It's almost noon now, so we might as well wait for Instructor Sarah to contact us. Meaning what exactly am I supposed to do? Are you okay? You seem really busy. What? You want me to load all these on my own? You've got to be kidding me! Where the hell did those new guys go? Ended up having to give up my day off after a bunch of workers quit their jobs all of a sudden or something. I promised Grass I'd spend the day with her too. I'm so sorry, Grass. Nothing seems overly suspicious here, except that a bunch of workers quit. They were probably spies. Maybe? What do we wanna do? Same day, 12 p.m. This is Class VII Group A, Rean Schwarzer speaking. Hey, it's Sarah. Give me an update. Understood, huh? She sounds way more serious than usual. Rean reported the results. I see. Something sounds off, alright. Though judging by Fee's reactions, it doesn't sound like the terrorists are wandering the streets. We haven't seen anything that would lead us to believe so. I think there's something happening behind the scenes though, we just can't be sure what it is. Keep sharpening that instinct of yours, it'll prove invaluable to you. It's almost time for the Imperial family's limousines to head out from Valflame Palace to their respective events. Crown Prince Cedric will be going to Heimdall Cathedral in the northwest, Princess Alphen is headed to Mata Park in the northeast, and Prince Oliver will be going to Heimdall Racetrack in the southwest. Prince Oliver's got an extremely capable bodyguard with him though, so I'm not as worried about him. I've tasked Group B with looking after the Crown Prince, so I'd like you to keep an eye on Princess Alphen. Just make sure she gets to the garden party safely. After that, you can resume your patrol. Understood. We'll head to Marta Park at once. Was that the instructor? New marching orders, huh? You guessed it. The limousine carrying Princess Alphen is about to leave Valflame Palace. Our mission is to make sure she gets to the garden party safely. Right. We should get to Marta Park as soon as possible then. Alright, as soon as we're ready, let's head for Marta Park. Okay. Let me check if I... Oops! Hello, Laura.
行こっか。
任せてくれ。参る。
I wanted to check the logs. I'm pressing all sorts of buttons, but I can't find it. Very unfortunate. Okay. Oh. Yeah, take the tram to Marta Park. Okay, we need to physically take the tram, okay. Here we go. We'll probably have to begin our patrol right away. It'd be smart to make sure we've sorted out everything else. Okay. But we do have everything. Right? I wish I could see what Laura said. Did she say we should go to Alto Street? There's nothing here though. Okay. You can't even see the Imperial family members sitting in the limousines. That car moved very unnaturally. It's quite nice to be out and about like this once in a while. Though it would be even nicer if you'd gotten dolled up. Just think, we would look so adorable making our debut together at a garden party, wouldn't we? I wish you'd think a little more before you say something like that. We may be friends, but I'm still just a Baron's daughter. I can't very well go around equating my appearance at a party with that of the Imperial Princess, debut or otherwise. Oh, you're so old-fashioned, Elise. Both the national and local governments are headed by commoners now. Times have changed? Or is it that you're still annoyed that I asked your brother to the dance? Maybe I really should invite him to be my dance partner next year. Your Highness, please, that's enough. Come, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Elise. It seems there's still a ray of hope for you. After all, it doesn't look like he has a girlfriend at the moment. What the heck? Still surrounded by that many lovely ladies? I doubt that'll remain true for long. I don't... I suppose you're right. If Rean were to find someone, perhaps that would be for the best. Both for him and for me. Elise? I'm sorry, just thinking out loud. But don't mind me, the people are all waiting for you to wave at them. Man, Elise, she's got it hard. So Elise is here too. Looks like she came as Princess Alphin's attendant. Oh, those two must be pretty tight. The princess really looks the part though. Indeed, that dress of imperial crimson suits her wonderfully. Damn, I'm starting to feel jealous of Patrick after all. Alright, looks like this area is under control. Let's go grab something for lunch and do another sweep of the city. Okay. I'd be totally okay if nothing out of the ordinary happened today. Don't jinx us, Elliot! Afterward, they had a quick lunch at one of the stores in the Garnier district. After they finished up, they decided to do another sweep. But no matter how hard they searched, nothing seemed amiss. Finally, Group A made their way toward Dreikel's Plaza, where traffic had previously been restricted. Same day, 2:40 p.m. p.m. I imagine most of the ceremonies around the capital are finishing up about now. No, Princess Alphin and the others won't be coming back until later this evening, right? Yeah, the ceremony itself ends soon, but there's a social event afterward that lasts until the evening. It seems that this is likely the time that many will begin to let their guard down then. The perfect time for terrorists to make their move. I really hope we're just overthinking this. So do I, but at the very least we need to remain vigilant. Right. Okay, the traffic restrictions have been lifted now, so let's walk around the plaza. Walk around? What do you mean? Walk around? Who are they? Oh, Senpai! You're all here?
トア会長、アンゼリカ先輩も。
あ、リン君たちだ。
おっと、これは奇遇じゃないか。
ハーシェル生徒会長。
アンゼリカ先輩も珍しい場所でお会いする。
これも女神の巡り合わせというものだね。ラウラ君、フィー君も。よかったら私と一緒に。
いえ、実習中の身ですので。そういうこと。
がっくし。
Will she ever learn? Looks like those rumors about her were true.
そういえば、動力バイクでトリスタから来たんですか？
ああ、そいつを使えば40分くらいで着くからね。トアを後ろに乗せてきたわけさ。
うん。機械の馬みたいなものですか。なんかかっこいい。あんちゃんの運転激しいから大変だったけど。はあ、でもお祭りはいいよね。これでテロリストの心配がなければ言うことないんだろうけど。
どうしてそれを？
You know about that.
ひょっとしてサラ教官から何か聞いていたんですか？
君たちの実習に関しては私も少しお手伝いしてて、昨日も知事さんからの要請を教官に取り継いだんだよね。それでちょっと心配になってあんちゃんと見に来たんだけど。
そうだったんですか。
何やら見えないところでお世話になっているようですね。感謝。別に大したことはやってないんだけど。
おや、細かい手続きや書類作成も手伝っているんじゃなかったかい？
Oh?
サボりがちなサラ教官に代わって各方面への連絡もしているそうだし。
Sarah.
そうなんですか？
教官。ちょっとは見直したと思ったんだが。
さすがにちょっとサボりすぎかもね。
まあ教官だって忙しいんだし。
A lot of beer, you mean?
それにしてもリーン君たち皇女様と会ったんだよね。いいなあ。私も一目でいいから見たかったんだけど。
俺たちも驚きましたけど。
確かに噂通り天使みたいだったかも。はあ、いいな。
皇女殿下の愛らしさは帝国の至宝と言ってもいいが、リーン君の妹さんも素晴らしい素質を持っていたね。
Oh, you know her?
エリゼ君だったか。またお目にかかりたいものだよ。
What, you wanna seduce her as well?
ああ、妹だったらちょうど殿下の付き人として園遊会に出席しているところですね。
本当かい？皇女殿下にエリゼ君、それにフィー君を加えたら
Fee? Not Laura?
最強フィフティーンズの出来上がりじゃないか。
Fabulous 15s? What?
なんか参加させられてるよ。
悪い気はしないかも。
こんなことなら父上の言いつけに従って園遊会に出席しておけば。
Oh, because they're all 15 years old?
いや、さすがに霊人たる私がドレスを着るわけには。しまった、それならタキシードを着ていけばよかったじゃないか。
あんちゃん、どう？
なんだ、揃い踏みかよ。
Crow?
クロウ先輩。
あれ？クロウ君？
なんだ、君も来てたのか。
まあな。
そういえば月賞に行くとか言ってましたけど。
メインレースの結果はどうだったんですか？
聞いてくれるな。 まさかあそこでブラックプリンスが来るなんて誰が予想できんだよ。しかもランバーブリッツが2番手に差し込んでくるなんて大番狂わせもいいとこだぜ。
ああ、4号で当たりか。わざわざ検証はがきを出した甲斐があったみたいだな。
ってしれっと特徴を当ててんじゃねえよ。もうやだこの女。
これも日頃の行いの差というものだろう。
あんちゃん異様にくじ運とか強いからね。3時の鐘だね。
そろそろ各地の行事も終わるくらいの時間かな。
我らももう一回りくらい巡回すべきかもしれないな。
ああ、同感だ。
すみません先輩たち、俺たちはそろそろ。
うん、気をつけたまえ。
なんだなんだ、もう行っちまうのかよ。
アークスも持ってきてるから何かあったら連絡してね。
はい、それでは。
What happened?
あれ、どうしたの？
これは
What? They're overflowing?
何かの圧力が高まっているような。
ああ、こいつは。
Okay.
これって
月祭の余興。
いや、
Holy crap.
テロリストの仕掛け。
うん、そうみたいだね。あんちゃん、クロウ君、みんなの避難誘導を手伝って。ケンペイさんたちも混乱してるみたいだから。
ああ、合点承知だぜ。会長、俺たちも。
ここは私たちに任せて。リン君たちは動いて。君たちにしかできないことがきっとあるはずだよ。
俺たちにしかできないこと。
それって
マーテル公園。
まさか陽動か。
間違いなさそう。
Okay. Monsters? What the heck? What the hell are these things? They just came out of nowhere. Stand your ground, man. On our honor as Imperial Guardsmen, we must not allow them to any closer to the garden party. Yes, sir. Did it come out of the pavilion? The underground? What should we do? They look like they need help. But we can't just abandon our post at a time like this. We need to contact the RMP. This is awful. You must be... You're the Military Academy students working with the Railway Military Police, right? Those look like just a creature. Just like the creature we fought in the underground passage yesterday. What are they doing roaming around on the surface? There are quite a few, but the soldiers should be able to keep them at bay. It won't be easy though. What was that? It came from within the Crystal Garden. Are those attending the garden party in danger? It was an explosion. It sounded more like something collapsed. Shh, this isn't looking good. Rean? Yeah, I know. Alright, new plan. We need to get to the Crystal Garden ASAP and figure out what is going on. You guys focus on securing this area and requesting reinforcements from the Railway Military Police. Right. I'll just be with you. Don't let anything happen to Her Highness. Holy crap! The terrorists? Kidnapping. Gideon!
ごきげんよう知事閣下。 招待されぬ身での訪問、どうか許していただきたい。
君たちは？
正直あなたにはそこまでの恨みはないのだが、あの男に協力している時点で同罪と思っていただこ
う。やはりそれが狙いか。殿下は関係ないだろう。二人を解放したまえ。
指示閣下。
残念だが、こちらのお二方には君たちの陣営の致命的な失点になっていただく。命まで奪うつもりはないがね。
エルゼ
兄様、リーンさんたち。
君たちは来てくれたのか。
父さん大丈夫か。
トールズ士官学院、ノルドでの仕込みに続いてまたもや現れたか。だが今回ばかりは邪魔されるわけにはいかん。
The flute?
魔獣を操っているのか。
それで外の魔獣も。
兄様、皆さん。
Sister! Elise!
校舎殿下。
貴様ら。
それでは我々は一足先に失礼させてもらおう。お前たち、ここにいる全員を食い殺せ。
Marcus, shoot him!
負けないよ。
大型魔獣2体、戦闘パターンは分析済み。
7組 A 班全力で撃破する。
承知。敵